All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you are, any part of the world. My name is Darko from MH Global, and I'm here again. In this video, we'll be looking at something very important, and we'll be looking at Canva. Canva is one of the major tools for a designer, whatever, if as long as you're designing something, Canva is a tool that you must have. Okay, it's a tool, it's a fantastic tool, it's an awesome tool. I can tell you any day, anytime for free. Canva is a tool you must have, whether you're designing a flyer, a banner, whatever, even if you have a web designer, this is a tool you must have. So in this video, we'll be looking at Canva, and on the screen, we'll first of all look at how to sign up on Canva, and then we'll look at the account settings, we'll look at subscription, then we'll take a look at the general layout, and then we'll look at some other components of the layout on the inside. Okay, by the time you start design, there's another layout that you should be conversant with. And then in this video, we're going to design four things. And after that, we'll come back and then look at some other things you can do after you have designed your image, your video, your post, whatever on Canva. All right. So come with me and let us go. All right. Now, before we go on, please, if you have not subscribed to our channel, go ahead now, smash the like button and subscribe. Okay? All right, let's go. So, Canva is a web-based platform. Okay, and here you can see um, now one thing about Canva is that you can actually download their application. Okay, so you can have the application on your desktop, even on your phone. Okay, and then design straight from the app. Okay, but for me, I love to use the web based. I don't know why, but I just love it. Okay, all right, so we'll be using the web based. All right, but I'm going to show you how you can download the app and then use on your laptop or your desktop. All right, so this is the site. It's Canva, canva.com. So once you're there, on your right hand side here, you can click on sign up. So here it gives you different ways through which you can sign up. So you can sign up using your Google. Okay, you can continue with your Google. That's your Gmail, any of your accounts on Gmail, and then you can also sign up with Facebook. And then if you don't want to use those two, then you can also sign up using an email. Okay, just straight up from email. So the first one there, it's about if you have a system that is already signed on. Okay, you have a Gmail account that has already been signed into from your terminal. Okay, so you don't have to start all over again. So it's the Canva just picks it up. Okay, there's an integration that goes in. Okay, so the same thing with Facebook. You don't have to register fresh on Facebook. Okay, so the integration is seamless. But the third one, you have to type in your email and then create a new password. Okay, before you can use Canva. Okay, unlike the first one, you don't have to create another email. I mean another password. Okay, all right. So, but for me, I love to use I love to use my email address and then create a new password for myself. Okay. All right. So that is how to sign up on Canva. All right. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to sign in so that we can continue with the tutorial. Okay. So I'm going to log in and then I'm going to use continue with email. I'm going to use this particular one and then continue. Let's give it a minute so that I can sign in. All right. So it pops up. I'm going login. All right, it's loading. It's loading. All right, good, awesome. All right, so I'm inside Canva now. All right, now, like I told you before, you can also have the application on your system. So how do you do that? You click here, okay, download the app. Okay, so you can download this. Okay, download Canva for Windows. You can also do that for Mac if you have a Mac system. Okay, and then you can also download it for Android. That's if you want to use Canva on your phone, on your mobile. Okay, so but I'm not going to download this. Okay, like I told you before, I love to work straight from my web page. Okay, so that's just for me. All right, don't ask me why. All right, so let us go now. Let's check what we need to look at. Okay, now let's look at account settings. So for account settings, this is the first thing. Okay, once you have logged into your account, you need to go to account settings and then set up your account. So here you have your name, okay, the name of the account, okay, and then you have your email address. What will you be using Canva for? Okay, if you look at the drop down there, okay, if you're a student, if you're a large company, a non-profit organization, okay, so you select one there, and then your language. Now, like I told you, Canva it's so wonderful that it allows you to integrate with some other platform. Okay, so you can integrate some apps. Okay, so here you can see. Okay, I've integrated my Facebook, my LinkedIn. Okay, all right, so that's what Canva can do for you. And then here you can also select a theme. Okay, so if you want your theme to be light, like what I have. Okay, I'm operating on the light theme. Okay, you can select that. If you want a dark theme, okay, let me select it. Okay, so you can see my screen becomes uh dark. Okay, but I would rather want to go with a light theme. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing clearly. Okay, and then you can play around and then see other features. So here you can also upload your logo if you have one. All right, it's not a must. Okay, then you have your login security here. Okay, all right, so you don't have to do much here. Okay, you can update your password here, and then you have email preferences. Okay, you don't have to do much there, and then here on the persona, so you have people. Okay, now I'm going to show you something quickly. Now, I'm the only one using this account, as you can see. But another wonderful thing about Canva is that you can actually invite people and you can collaborate with them. Okay, perhaps you're designing something special and you need the input of others, or maybe you're working in a team. Okay, so you can actually invite them, they join you, and all of you as a team can build the project together. Okay, and then here you find your billing plans and then your purchase history. Okay, so uh without much ado, let's move on. All right, so the next thing we're going to look at is subscription for premium service. Okay, they call it Canva Pro. Now, I've always said it, any day, anytime. Fine, it's the free service, the free things you can use on Canva. They are wonderful. If you're creative enough, you can actually build something wonderful out of what you have access to. Okay, but if you want to step your game, because there are so many times where I've used Canva Pro. I can tell you it's wonderful. It saves you a lot of headache. Canva Pro opens up a wide range of tools and how will I put it now, functionality to you that you can never imagine. Okay, there's so much resources in the Canva Pro. Okay, so I will advise that if you're building something premium, why not use a premium uh, a premium functionality. Okay, so I will advise you take a look at that. Okay, now I'm going to come back to that. Okay, um, but before I do, okay, let me just quickly show you the general layout. All right, just allow it to load, please. Okay, so now now um okay, let me just show you the Canva Pro quickly. Now, for the Canva Pro, the first time you try to subscribe, they will allow you to use Canva Pro for free for the first 1 month. Isn't that wonderful? Canva, it's so great that for the first 1 month, you're allowed to use the service, okay, free. Okay, you test the Canva Pro services free. Okay, you don't pay anything. Okay, but the next month you keep paying. Now you ask me, how much are you going to pay? Okay, I tell you it's something small. Okay, let me show you. Okay, I'm going to click on, can you see this? Monthly, you pay 2,800. This is for us in Nigeria. Okay, so this is something small. Okay, you can imagine what your client is going to pay you. Okay, so why don't you go for Canva Pro and deliver something premium? Okay, so that you can always have your clients coming back all over again. Okay, so and if you want to pay for a whole year, okay, what you pay for actually, it drops a little bit. Okay, so it's about 2,000 naira. Okay, for a month, and in a year you'll be paying about 24,000 naira. Okay, so it's wonderful. All right, so for a whole year, if you ask me, it's something small that you can pay for, and then you forget about it. You know that for a whole year, that part is settled. Okay, all right, so let me quickly show you the general layout. Now, on the top, you can see their logo, and then on the design spotlight. Okay, so Canva has decided to highlight some of these items here, depending on what you want to design. Okay, they've actually brought them out, so you can choose anything here you want to design. Okay, if you want to design a flyer, something on Instagram, Facebook, a photo book, okay, or even a resume, okay, you find it there. Now, on the business, you can create quite a number of things here. Okay, so you can see for yourself. A lot. Okay, so they just highlighted some things here. I'm not going to click on any of them. Okay, and then under education, you have teachers and school, so you can create and collaborate visually in the classroom. Okay, so this is a free teacher resources. So like I said, take your time, go through all these resources and see the ones that you might need. Also, I mentioned Canva allows a lot of integration. Okay, so you might want to explore that if you need it. Okay, so like I said, you under their pro. Okay, I've showed you their price, and then for team, just exploit and see, compare prices and see what uh, Canva can do for you. All right, so on the left hand side, I'll come back here. Okay, so on the left hand side, this is where we're going to actually focus on. Okay, here we'll be working on under this template. Okay, and we're going to select 4 things there. We're going to design them together. Okay, just for you to see how Canva works. Okay, now here for project, if you click on project, you can actually add, you can create folders, okay, for your project, and whatever you design you can drop them. So here you can click on add new, and then you click on folder. Okay, and then you can add whatever you have designed into your folder. Okay, so for example, if I click on folder, it brings this out for me. So I can label it say industry project. Okay, say food industry project. Okay, this is optional. Okay, if I want to work with my team, okay, and I've invited them, so I can just type in their email here, or if I'm inviting them newly, so I can do that and then create the folder here. But I'm not going to do that. Okay, so you can do all of that under project. Okay, so subsequently you just go into your project folder and then keep working on your designs. Okay, so down here, once you see this crown, you know that it's a premium tool. Okay, so if you're using a free account, you do not have access to this. Okay, but if you're on Canva Pro, of course you'll be able to explore all these premium services. Okay, okay, so under discover app, so you have quite a number of apps here. um Maybe I'll talk about this. Let me just quickly mention this text to image. Okay, so I'm going to mention this. Let me include it. Okay, let me include it. Okay, on what I'm going to show you, text text to image. I love that. So I'm just going to mention it. Okay, all right. So go through this. Here you can use shadows, dual tone. Then this one is about frame. Okay, a key generator. Okay, so and then this is a tool that I'm going to do a video on. Okay, it's called Metrical. Metrical is another wonderful tool. It's actually a social media management software or an application, okay, where you have all your social media account, okay, integrated, and then you can manage them. You can share, do your post, your Facebook post, your Twitter post, your Instagram, and all of that. You can just on one application, so you don't have to jump from one application to the other. Okay, but on Metricool, you can do all of that, integrate all of them in one space. Okay, isn't that cool? All right, so you might want to give that a try. Okay, and check it out. Okay, it's a wonderful tool that I use myself. Okay, so but I'm going to do a video on it. Okay, maybe very soon. All right, so be on the lookout for Metrical. All right, so that's about that. Now you can also um, s- smart mockups. Okay, so this is another wonderful tool that you might want to take a look at. Okay, if you have a business on Amazon, maybe like KDP, okay, you publish books. Okay, so this is one thing. This is one tool that you might want to take a look at if you want to create an ad. Okay, this is another tool that will be of great use. Okay, so please try it out and see. Okay, it's a wonderful tool. All right, so now on at the top here, okay, so with this button here, create a design. If you click on it, it gives you like a drop down of what you can quickly access. Okay, so if you want to create a doc, like a document, okay, you can just click on this. Okay, a Facebook post, a logo, okay, Facebook cover. Okay, if you want to do a presentation, a video, infographic, and then comic strip, and then quite a number of things. Now, all of the things that are showing here, some of them are showing up because I have used some of them in the past. Okay, so they are suggested to me. Okay, now if you go down here, you will see custom size. Okay, so for instance, if you want to create maybe a flyer, okay, and you know the size of the flyer you want to create, so you can do a custom size. So you indicate the length, you indicate the width. Okay, so the length and the breadth, or the length and the width. Okay, so that you can do there. So you can import a file from here. Okay, you can edit your photo also from here. Okay, so but now let us go into other things I'm going to show you. Now, this layout, the internal layout, I'm going to show you by the time we start designing these four items. All right, so we're going to start with the business, and on the business, we're going to look at letterhead. We're going to see business. Now, if you come back to the left hand side, if you click on template, allow you to load. Okay, now you can see all these groups that Canva has beautifully created for us. Okay, so we have business as a group, we have social media, video, marketing, custom print, cards and invitations, and then education. Now, if you click on this button here, it gives a drop down. So on the business, you have quite a number of things you can do there. All right, so that's where you have your planner, your letterhead, your resume, if you want to develop a proposal. Okay, so all of that designs are under business. Okay, so for social media, you can see Instagram post, you want to do Instagram reel. Canva is so loaded. Okay, so if you're not using Canva right now, you're missing out. I can tell you that. Okay, so please go ahead and use Canva. Okay, it saves you a lot of headache. You don't have to start from the scratch. Okay, Canva gives you a lot of template as a designer. Okay, so you see the template, you pick it up, and you tweak it as much as you can to suit whatever you want. Okay, so that's what Canva can do for you. All right, so that's social media. Now, if you go to video, okay, you can see that you can do a video message, you can do Facebook video, okay, you can do a collage, okay, even YouTube videos. Okay, so lay your hands on these and do what you can. Okay, on marketing, okay, so if you want to design a logo, you can do that here. Just select it and then go ahead. All right, then custom print. Okay, so under custom print, you can see uh, if you want to design uh, your t-shirt, okay, your mug, okay, all of that, even certificate, okay, you see them under custom print. Then card and invitation, okay. So now what we're going to do right now, okay, before we dive in further, here on the search you can actually type in whatever you're looking for. So for instance, I want to design a YouTube thumbnail. Okay, let's see. Okay, good. So you can see that's given me, so I can just click on this, okay, and then it takes me to YouTube thumbnail template that I can build on. All right, so that's the search function here that you can also use when you're designing. Okay, so right now we're going to go to business, and under business we're going to quickly design letterhead. All right, now on the letterhead, I'm going to just select one design, and then I'm going to design it for you. Okay, now I'm going to select this. All right, so once you select your template, it brings this out for you. Okay, now the next thing you're going to do is to click on customize this template. Okay, so I will click on it, but before I do that, let me just quickly show you something. Now, if you look at these templates, all of them, okay, you will see something like this. It's showing you what, that this template contains paid elements. Okay, now what this means is that there are some content inside that particular design or template, okay, that if you're going to use them, you have to pay for it. Okay, so but you can also locate those content and then replace them. If you are able to remove them and replace them, or if you don't want that content and you successfully remove them, you will not be paying a couple. Okay, so that's I just quickly want to mention to you. And then, like I told you before, when you see this this sign, it means that you need to upgrade your account to Canva Pro to access that particular template. Okay. All right. So let's go on. Now I'm going to choose one of these um, letterhead, and then I will go right away to design it. I'm going to choose this one. This one does not have a paid content, so I'm just going to select it. Then I will click on customize this template. All right, allow it to load. Now this is the design environment. Good, good, good. All right, so it's loaded. Now at the top, you can see you can go back to home, and here you can view your file. Okay, now uh this is Canva Pro content. Okay, so you do not have access to that. All right, now if you want to subscribe to Canva Pro, you can just click on this, and this is your logo there. Okay, and here you have your insight, and then I'm going to talk about share. Let me include it quickly. That will be the last part that I'm going to talk about. So if you want to share your design, okay, sharing your design, okay, so that will be the last thing we're going to talk about. Okay. All right, so now you can see the template here. This is a letterhead, beautifully designed. Okay, the template is awesome. Now the first thing you do here, okay, is to increase the size so that you can see what you're designing. Okay. All right, so now this is cool. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring in my own um I'll bring in my own logo. All right. But before I do that, let me also explain this environment, this layout for you. This is the inside layout. So here, the first thing here is design. This is where you see all the templates. So for instance, if I'm tired, I just, maybe I'm fed up with this particular template and I don't want to use it again. So I can abandon it, okay, and then replace it maybe with this one. Okay, so if I click on it, let me reduce the size, okay, here, so you can see. Let me reduce it a little bit. Okay, good. Now once I click on the design, it replaces this page for me, okay, with another template that I've clicked on. All right, but for instance, if I still want to compare designs, so I can decide to create another page and then put another template there. Okay, so I have page one and page two now, okay, with different templates. So sometimes for me, I design like three or four. I design from three or four templates, okay, and at the end I compare, and then maybe I can also show it to some persons, and then I just ask them, which of these designs do you like most? Okay, so I look at their idea, or the way they're looking at the designs, okay, their perspective about the design, and then I choose. Okay, so you might want to do the same thing. All right. So if you have the time on your hands, you can do that. Okay. But if you don't and you're sure of what you're doing, of course you can just have one design, one beautiful premium design, and then you're good to go. All right. So you can do that. So you can have as many pages as you can. Okay. So I'm just going to add one more here because I want to show you something later on. Okay. So I'm going to click on this. Okay. All right, but I'm just going to design only one. All right, so here I'm going to design this one. Okay, then I'm going to push it up. Okay, but before I come back to this, I'm just going to continue with. All right, so here we have our two designs. Okay, page one, page two. But let me quickly explain this part of the layout. All right, so under element you have quite a lot of shapes that you can work with. You have graphics, you have stickers, photos. So for instance, if I'm looking for say bread, okay, just for instance. Okay, so it brings that out for you, and whatever it displays here, it gives you different categories. Okay, so you have the graphics, the photos. So these ones are all graphics. These ones are photos. Okay, so if you go down, you see videos. Okay, audio and all of that. All right, so that's about that. Now for upload, this is where you upload whatever you have. Okay, you can from your system. Once you've done designs from somewhere or you have a logo somewhere you want to use, you can just upload and then you make use of it here. So how do you do that? You click on upload files. Okay, so once you do that, this is my download. So you can just move it. Okay, so for instance, I could just do this. Say I want to move Canva, the Canva logo. I could just drop it like that. Okay, and once you do that, you can see it's uploading. All right, so it's uploaded. Okay, so that's one way to go about it. You can also decide to click on it, okay, and then say open. Okay, if you do that, it will still upload. Okay, so those are the two ways you can upload. All right, but I'm going to delete this because I already have it. Okay, going to delete it. I don't need it. All right, now the next one is text. This is where you add text to your design. So, for instance, you're designing something on this part of the screen. Okay, you can. Okay, let me show you. Okay, now let me just add. Let me add another page. Okay, and then let me say no. Here you have the three different sizes, okay, of text. You have the hard heading, add subheading, and then add a little bit of body text. So they're in different sizes. Okay, so it depends on. This one is basically used for heading. So if I click on it, it appears here. Okay, and then you can edit it. Then if you click on this, you can see it's a bit smaller. Okay, and then this one is mostly used for body text. Okay, so that's how it works. Now project, we have mentioned it before when we started this video. Okay, so this is where you had your different uh projects in their different folders, then you work on your background and then apps. Okay, so that's about that. Now let me delete this because I don't need it. Okay, and then I'm going to go straight into designing this particular page, page 2. Now I want to work on page 2. Okay, but I want to make it my first page. How do you do that? You see these icons here. The first one, it's for you to move your design up, so it becomes page 1. If you want to move it down, you click on this. Okay, now this one, you want to lock your page. Now if you want to duplicate your page, you click on these. If you want to delete it, if you want to create another page, so you click on that. All right, so here, like I said, I'm going to bring in my own logo and then I'll just start designing this. Okay, so come with me. Now I'm going to remove this. Okay, I'm also going to remove this. Click on delete. Okay, and then I'll go back to my upload and then I'll bring in my logo. Okay, just going to drop it that. Then I'll reshape it to suit what I want. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay, now I'm going to change my color into brown and white. Okay, so I'll make this color here dark brown, like the logo, the background of the logo, and then I'm going to use light brown for this, and then the write ups I'm going to change them into white. Okay, so and then this one I'm going to change it into dark brown, just like the logo. So I'm going to introduce you to this particular extension here. It's called Color Picker. For those of you that don't have it, please Color Pick Eyedropper. So you can get it. Just go to Google and search for it. Okay, and add it as an extension. Okay, it's a very good tool. All right, so I'm going to click on it. Why am I doing that? I want to pick this color. All right, so I'll copy it and then I'm going to use it here. Okay, so I'm going to change the color from there. Then I'm going to add the color. So I'm going to paste it. Okay, so I have the color. I'm going to do likewise. Okay, so now when you're doing, just for instance, I've uploaded this logo. So another way, Canva automatically splits the color on the logo, whatever you have uploaded, okay, into your design. It splits the color out for you. Okay, so you can use part of the color in your design. So that's another way to go about it. Okay, so on the left hand side here, you can see the photo colors. Okay, this is the logo, and then the colors that are in the logo. All right, so I'm just going to use, I'm going to use the colors there. So I'll click on this, change it into brown. Okay, I'm going to retain all of this. Okay, but since I'm just designing a letter head, this might not be what I want. So I'm going to remove all of this. I'm going to remove them, click on delete. Okay, now if you want to choose multiple items, so you can just hold down your shift and then go to the next item, go to the next item, click on delete. Okay, I don't want this, so it's gone. Now there's still one spot there. Okay, click on the color now. Okay, so I have, so yeah, so the top part is okay for me. Now all of this, it all depends on your signature, your name, whatever position. So I'm not going to talk much about that. So you choose what you want to choose. Now here, I'm also going to change it to dark brown. Then, like I said, I'm going to change this background here to light brown. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to click on dark brown, and then I'm going to click on this so I can see shades of light brown. All right, so I'm going to move it around and see something that is a bit light. Okay, I think that should work for me. All right, so I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so that should work for me. Now I can decide to retain this black color. Okay, so it all depends on what you want. I can decide to change it into white. Okay, so here I'm just going to change this to, okay, all right, so changing the phone number there. Okay, all right, so that's done. I'm going to change this to, this is the email address. I'm going to change it. Okay, and change this. Okay, it's a design. Okay, now I'm going to change this. I can use say kilometer two. I can say um support 1 to 2. Let me use kilometer straight. Okay, and then I say Abuja. Okay, all right. So and then you can change and insert your website here. Okay, so let me change it to something. All right, so boom, we're good to go. So we have, you can see it didn't take me less than more than 5 minutes to design this. Okay, so and it's set. All right, so you can do likewise for other templates and then compare designs. Okay, and then you can go for whichever design you are comfortable with. Okay, so it's all about your choice. It's about creativity. Okay, you can move things around any way you want. Okay, so I can decide to flip this to the right hand side and then bring my logo to the left hand side. Okay, so it all depends on what you want. All right, so that's about that. Now quickly let's go back to our outline. So we're done with letterhead on the business. So let's go to the number two, which is social media. Then on the social media, we're going to design a Facebook post. Okay, so now we're done with this. Let's go back. Now, under our template, I'm going to close this. Now, social media. Let's look for Facebook post. Alright, so I've clicked on it. So here I'm going to just search for one. I'm going to use um just bear with me. Let me quickly look for something I can quickly work with. Um wow. A lot of beautiful designs here. Beautiful, beautiful designs. A lot of beautiful designs. Mm, okay, 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 okay. Alright, so let me pick something simple and then we can work with it. Okay. All right. So let me choose this. All right. So go and click on that, just like we did for the letterhead. You click on customize this template. Once you do that, it takes you to another tab and then it opens, yeah, your design up. All right. So it's opened. So right about now, I'm going to start changing this. I'm going to leave join our I'm going to leave our business webinar. So, for instance, we're having a webinar, so I can change this. Okay, I can change it to a recent date. Okay, and decide to put this at December. Okay, and then change this to 2022. Okay, now I can. Okay, let me change the website. Okay, uh, all right, so let me remove that. Okay. So yeah, I think it's looking beautiful now. Now I'm going to change this picture, okay, to something I want, and then I'm going to change the color. Okay, I want to use same brown color. Don't forget here, we used brown. Okay, brown and white, dark brown, light brown, and then black. Okay, so then I'm going to go back and then change this one to brown. Okay, all right, so I'm going to pick our dark brown. I'm going to select, let me just do multiple selection. I'm going to select this, select this, select this, uh, and select this, select this, select this. And then I'm going to change all of them to dark brown. Okay. All right. So now for the letters, here you change the colors. Okay. Dark brown. Okay, let me check something. I want to be sure that this particular one is not grouped. Okay, so it's not grouped. All right, it looks grouped. Okay, I actually want to separate these letters from the background. Okay, so it looks grouped to me. So I can't edit the background. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to delete it. Okay, then I'm going to bring in my own design. Okay, so I have my rectangle. So I'm just going you can as you can see I'm creating my own. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like that. Then I'll change the color, okay, to dark brown, and then I'll go to text, pick up my text. I'm going to use add a subheading. Okay, then I'm going to type in my date, 22 December 2022. Okay, so I'm going to spread out a little, then I'll click on it again, and then I'm going to reduce the size a little bit. Okay, all right, good, good. I'm going to spread this a little, and spread out a little, and this we'll move it into the space. All right, so as you can see inside, you see two lines, okay, crossing each other. So that tells you when your item is at the center. So Canva kind of have a way of guiding you. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, but I'm going to change the color of the text here to white. Okay, I'm going to change it to white. Okay, so beautiful. All right, so I'm going to leave it like that. Now this one, I'm going to change it to brown. Okay, and then this, changing it to brown. Okay, all right, awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, because the company that we designed its letterhead before, it's a kind of a company that is into photography and videography, cinematography. So I'm going to look for something beautiful like a picture. So I'm going to element, okay, and I'm going to type in camera. Okay, so once I do that, it brings out camera in different forms, in graphics, in photos. Okay, so I'm just going to look for something I can use. Okay, good. I think this is beautiful. Now, this particular photo here, I'm just going to click on it, hold it down, and drop it here. Awesome, awesome. Okay, good, good. So you know, you can see this is beautiful. All right, so wonderful. Now, let me quickly mention this. So at the top here, you can change the name of your project, okay, or your design, okay. You can change the name here. Say, um, maybe you want to use this as you want to use it to run an ad, okay. So you can just say FB ad, okay, underscore biz webinar, okay. All right, so you have changed the name. So by the time you're downloading this particular design, it comes at this name. Okay, it's downloaded in this name. Okay, so that's good. So now we have another design. Okay, done. All right, so we're done with Facebook posts. Let's go back to our outline. Now the next one we're going to develop is video, Facebook video. All right, so we'll go back again to our template. Okay, we'll close this, go to video, we'll go to Facebook video. Okay, so go and click on Facebook video, and then we're going to look at the different designs we have. Okay, all right, so because I want to save us time, I'm going to click on this. I don't want this video to be too long. All right, so I'm going to click on this. This is real-time design. Okay, so I'm going to click on customize this template, allow it to load, allow it to load. All right, cool, cool, cool. Okay, so here I'm going to change this, going to change the name of this design. I'm going to leave it as FB, FB video. Okay, and leave it like that. All right, so here I can just change it. Uh, I'm going to leave it to save us time. I'm going to change this. All right, so this is Facebook video, don't forget. So I'm going to type in my Facebook page. Okay, so at mhdevg. All right, so let me expand this a little so that we can see what we're designing. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like that. All right, so all of these things you're saying here, these are all animations. Okay, and you'll see by the time I play this. Okay, now I'm going to go back to element, and then I'm still going to type in camera. Okay, all right, good, good. Let me expand this. Let me see. And then I'll just over this and then see, okay, I think that's a beautiful one. So I'm going to move it here. I'm going to drop it here. Okay, good. So I've replaced the video there, okay, with my own. All right, so this particular color here, this one, I'm going to change it to brown. Okay, okay, so you can see that the color of the previous color we used, the dark brown, is not here. Okay, why? Because we do not have dark brown color on this particular design. Okay, so I'm going to go back to one of our previous designs. Okay, so you can see it here. All right, so what am I going to do? I'm um going to pick this color. I'm going to copy it. Okay, close that, then go back to my design, then come back here, click on this plus and add the color. Okay, so that's awesome. Now, but I don't want it to be too thick. Okay, I don't want the dark brown, so I'm going to lighten it up a little. Okay, awesome, 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 awesome. Good. Okay, I think I'm okay with that design. Okay, awesome. Now I want to check my design and see if it's okay. All right, so I'll click on play. Good, 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 awesome. All right, so it's beautiful. Okay, all right, so this is good. This is good. This is good. All right, so I'm going to leave it like that. So we're done with this particular design. All right, so let's go to the next one. So the last one we're going to design is on the marketing. So we're going to design a logo quickly. All right, so we'll go back. All right, I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this. Then I'll go to marketing. Okay, then I'll click on logo. Now, if you look at the different templates here, they are beautiful templates. Okay, so you can modify a lot of things here. All right, like I told you, you have some that contain um paid content. Okay, all those ones you see paid, all those ones they all have paid content, and then the ones with a crown, okay, you can only use them if you have Canva Pro. Okay, so if you do not have the money to pay for Canva Pro, you can still use the free design, okay, the free templates that you have. All right, so even though I've done this before, but I'm just going to show you quickly. Okay, I'll click on, excuse me, I'm going to click on, I'm going to click on customize this template. All right, so it brings out another environment for me. All right, so what will I do? I will expand it a little so I can see what I'm designing, and I will change the name. Okay, I will call it maybe the name of my organization is MHDev. Okay, so MHDev, then logo. Okay, so I've changed that. Now uh, I'm going to change this to Peter Dixon. The Dixon. Okay, photography. Then I'm going to change this to studio. Okay, good. All right. So now Let me show you something quickly. Now, if you click on this, okay, and then it brings that for you, you can easily edit. Now, at the top here, let me also explain this. So here, you can change the font. Okay, so you can choose any font you want. Now, anyone that you see ticked like this, that is the current font name. Okay, so we're currently using Laura. Now, if I click on Multicerat Classic, look at the the studio and see how it will change. Good. Now let me click on an obvious one. Okay, let me click on this. Okay, and see good. So you can see the font type has changed. Okay, but I think I like the Laura, so I'm going to leave it as Laura. Now here you can you can change the size. Okay, the font size. Okay, so you can decrease it, then you can also increase it. Okay, and then you can also just type in the font size you want and click enter. Okay, it will change. Okay, but I'm going to leave it as 14. I think I like it as 14. Now here, if you click on it, you can change the color, okay, of your text. Here you can make it bold. Okay, here you can make it italics. Okay, then here you can centralize your design, okay, your word, as the case may be. Okay, and then here you can use it to bullet your words. Then here you can adjust your letter spacing. Okay, this one is in between letters, and then this one is in between lines. Okay, so if you have a word written at the top and then another one below, you can use this one, okay, to close up the gap in between. Okay, so that's what that's meant for. Then here you can actually create effect. Okay, so for instance, if I click on shadow, okay, it gives this studio shadow. Okay, and then you can adjust it here. Okay, you can change the color. Okay, you can change the color as much as you want. Okay, so a lot of things you can do here. Now under this shape you can see, so uh if you want your words to be curved, okay, so you click on this. If I want it straight, I click on it like this. Okay, so if I want it curved, I click on it like that. Okay, all right, so and then you can use this to now adjust your words, okay, to suit the kind of curve you want. Okay, so you can see, okay, you can see the way it's adjusting. Okay, so good. So I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, good. All right, now I've talked about, so here you can animate. Okay, so if you want, I guess you can see the way, so you choose whatever you want here. Okay, under animation, it gives you quite a lot of animations to work with here. All right, then if you click on these three dots, it gives you more. So if you want to underline your word, if you want to change the um whether you want uppercase or lowercase, okay, so you can adjust it here. And then if you click on position, so you can change this to top, left, right, bottom, whatever. And then here you can copy the style. Okay, so for instance, if I click on this, no, wait, if I click on this and then I copy the style, I can apply that style to this. Can you see that? Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so this is the one transparency. You can use it to adjust how transparent your letters or your picture should look. Okay, so for instance, you can see, okay, and it's appearing. Okay, all right, so I'm not going to apply transparency to that. Now here you can add a link to it, okay, and then you can lock it up here. All right, so now, so this is the last part of the design, okay, designing a logo. So you can do a lot here. So if you go back to design on your left hand side here, you see many templates, okay, that you can work with. Okay, so a little bit of creativity, you can convert, you can tweak whatever you have here on Canva, okay, to suit what you want. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to talk about, let me check my outline, is text to image and then sharing your design. Okay, so text to image, where do we find that? Let's go back to our template and let's see something. Okay, I think it's on the I think it's on the, where is it again? Yeah, I think it's on the apps. Yes, on the apps. Good. Okay, so text to image. Now I'm going to click on it. I just want to show you something. Use existing. I'm going to click on this. Okay, using existing. So I'm going to go to my project. Then I'm going to click on one of this. Let me just click on this. I just want to show you something quickly. All right. Okay, good. Now look at this. All right. So if I type in, you can see here, this is text to image. Okay. So it's loaded on this left hand side here. Okay, as one of the tools you can use. So now imagine me typing in camera and then see what will happen. Okay. So here, I'm just going to leave this. I'm not going to touch anything. I'm not going to choose any style. Okay. I'm going to click generate image. So what Canva does is it goes into its archive and then start bringing out, okay, what are the different pictures I can display that will show camera. Okay. So it literally turns your text into an image for you. Okay, good. So you can see beautiful images. So from here, you can now pick whichever uh, image you want. Okay, so that's how it works. So you can use that during your designs. Okay, all right. So that's how it works. Now, the last part is sharing your design. So let me go back to one of the previous designs. All right. So now you remember this when we're doing our letterhead. All right. So we have three templates or three designs here. All right. So I zoom in. So you click on share at the top right hand corner. Now, if you do that, it shows you your logo, and then here it's telling you that only you can access this. Okay. So if you click on it, you can click on anyone with the link. So if you click on this, you can copy the link. If you copy the link, you can send it to someone. Okay, maybe you want that person to collaborate with you on the design. Okay, so here you can edit. Okay, so if you copy, before you copy the link, you can edit this part. Okay, so what this part does is it gives whoever that you want to collaborate with is like a role. You are assigning a role. Okay, so that person can, if you choose this, that person can only view your design. If you choose this, that person can only comment on your design. And then if you choose this, that person can edit your design. Okay, so it depends on the level of collaboration you want. So you can choose from here. Okay, but I don't want any collaboration. Okay, so I'm going to change this back to only me. Okay, all right, so that's about that. Now here you can do a presentation, you can template link. Okay, so you can actually pick up the link from there, send it to someone. Okay, you can present and record, view only link. Okay, so you can do a lot. So now if you click on design, if you click on download, excuse me, so it gives you um an array of different formats in which you can download your design. Okay, so if you click on this part, so it gives you the JPG format, the PNG, the PDF, the PDF print, the MP4 video, and GIF. So literally, it's all about your your taste, what you want, how you want to use your design. Okay, all of that we dictate the type or the format of the design. Okay, it will dictate how you will download your design. Okay, so but for the best output when it comes to image, okay, I will always advise you go with PNG. Okay, now if you want to use it as a document, I will advise you go with PDF standard. Okay, now because it's a letterhead, of course you want to print it, okay, and then maybe print a letter on the letterhead. All right, so you might want to go with PDF format. Okay, now that's about that. Now if you look at the next part here, which is select pages, you can see all pages three. So we have three pages here, but I'm not concerned about the second and the third page. I'm much more concerned about the first page. So what will I do? I click on this part, okay, and then I click on all pages. So immediately I do this, I uncheck this, all will be unchecked. Then I can select the page I want. Okay, click done, and then I can click on download. So immediately I do that, it shows me. Can you see this? All right, so my design has been downloaded in PDF. So that's how it works. Okay, so isn't this beautiful about Canva? So you can do the same thing here. Go to share and download. Then you can share your. Remember at the beginning, I have connected my Facebook page, so I can actually share my design straight into my Facebook page. Okay, instead of me downloading first and then taking it to my Facebook page, so I can just share directly into my Facebook page. All right. So these are the things you can do. Now here you can also copy to clipboard. Okay, you can do your QR code, you can save to folder. Okay, now you remember under projects you have different project folders, so you can actually click on this and then select the exact folder you want to save it into. Okay, all right, so let me explain other things there. Now you can send it to phone. Okay, here you can decide to click on embed, and then you can go to your website and embed it as a code. Okay, and then here you have a link, okay, which you can also share wherever you want to share it. Okay, you can share link to watch, and then you have prototype. Okay, now this is your social. Like I said, if you have all these social media linked, okay, you can, you know, just share directly to your social media pages. Okay, you don't have to download before you share. Okay, all right, so these are quite a number of things you can do. You can also save into your Google Drive from here. You can save into your Dropbox if you use Dropbox. Okay, and then even your PowerPoint. Okay, Microsoft OneDrive. So quite a lot of things you can do here. All right, so that is it about Canva. All right, but I will advise that if you really want to step up your game, take it to the next level, then go for Canva Pro. Okay, do something with the premium content or the premium services that Canva Pro will give you. Okay, and you'll be amazed at the kind of tools that will be available to you. Okay, so that's it about Canva. If you have any question, just type it in the comment. Okay, or you chat me up directly, and then I'll respond back to your question. Okay, so thank you. Have a wonderful day wherever you are. All right, take care. Bye.